What is up, everybody? All right, we got to go over them. Got to go over the games from yesterday. You already know. Seeing as how we're sitting here on Monday, and we got the Monday night doubleheader later on tonight, we've got to talk about how we did yesterday on the Sunday games. Now, after the Thursday games and me not doing too well on there, I said, we're going to you know, come back on Sunday where I do prime time, where I do pretty good on and everything. Last week I was like 10 and 2 on Sunday or something like that. That's how good I did last week. So, feeling myself, thinking that we're gonna go ahead and do that again. See how we're starting the week off 0-1 since we got the Thursday game wrong. And I mean, all right, guys, if you're aware of what happened in a bunch of these games already, you'll know that I didn't do the greatest as I've done before. I actually went what looks like to be 7-5 for yesterday out of the 12 games. So that would bring us, if you were pretty good at math, to 7-6 for the week so far. So only a game above 500. We've got two games left to pick. So I could finish the week out 9-7, which wouldn't be too bad. I could finish 8-7. No, yeah, I could finish. No, my math is terrible. Yes, yes, because there are 12 games here, two games tonight. That's 14, 15 games. So yes, I could finish 8-7. You know what I'm saying? I can't finish 9-7. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I am. I can finish 9-6, and I was like, I'm messing up this whole math right now. But you guys know what I'm trying to say right now. Basically, I got two more chances, two more picks after tonight. So we'll see what happens with that. But going over what happened yesterday, told you guys the Rams were going to open up the week and beat up on the Jaguars, and they did even crazier than I thought they would. Beat the shit out of the Jaguars over there in the UK. Matthew Stafford threw 5 touchdowns. Devontae Adams caught 3 of those touchdowns. They said, "Hey, no Puka, no problem." Unless you were any of the other wide receivers, a couple wide receivers that I picked up and didn't do shit for me in fantasy, but that's besides the point. Next game, we have the Bears, who are off on a 3 or 4 game win streak right now. I think they're looking okay, man. I mean, I knew they'd be able to beat up on the Saints as they should, so that's good for them. They continued their streak by doing that. Next, we have the Dolphins, who I am done believing that they can do anything at all this year. They are completely dog shit, and I am going to treat them as such. They got dog walked by the Browns, and 4 people start thinking, "Oh man, Gabriel had no." It was hands down because of the defense. Everybody knows that. Still need a free Shador in Cleveland, but hey, I digress. Next, we had the division matchup with the Raiders versus the Chiefs. Told you guys, my boy Mahomes is in MVP form right now. Boy came out there throwing all over the place. Finished with like 4 tutties, if I'm not mistaken. But had a great game. The team was firing on all cylinders. They shut out the Raiders. It was 31-0 was the final score, if I'm remembering correctly. Just hey, they are in peak form right now. He's ramping up. They're just getting started. They're on a win streak as well too. And we had the Eagles versus the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings lost, but hey, they lost by 6. They barely lost. People will think, I mean, it was the greatest passing game that we have seen from Jalen Hurts all year. But at the end of the day, they still barely won that game. And if a couple more things had gone right for Minnesota, they would have won. But hey, we're not here to play woulda, coulda, shoulda. Minnesota lost. The Eagles won. They came out with a victory. Kudos to them. Moving on, I'm gonna have to stop disrespecting the Panthers because they're the ones who's on a winning streak. It wasn't Chicago that's on a winning streak. I misspoke. It's the Panthers that they're on a winning streak, like a 3-game winning streak. That's what I meant to say. And I gotta stop disrespecting them, man. They came and they handled up on the Jets, and the Jets are proving how ass they completely are. And feel bad for Aaron Glenn and them boys, but guys gotta start making some better things happen rather than later, because the NFL is not a forgiving business. Is all I'll say. And before you know it, it's gonna get to a point to where they will not forgive a bunch of what's happening. Next, we had the Patriots versus the Tennessee Titans. Shout out to Cam Ward and them boys. Another loss, but hey, man, he's looking good. He's looking better every single week. He's doing what he has to do. The team is just ass, man. But the Patriots, telling y'all, man, Patriots are going to surprise a lot of people this year. They're going to make it to the playoffs and surprise people and how they did it. And I'm telling you, at the end of the year, we're going to be looking like, wait, how did the Patriots win like 11, 12 games? It's going to be like, yeah, surprise a lot of us. It's surprising, right? But I'm telling you guys now, and I've been telling you for the last couple of weeks, Patriots are going to be a team of people that are going to surprise everybody. Not like I'm telling you, they're not going to win the AFC. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying they are going to be one of those playoff teams that people did not expect. Just wait. Then we had the Giants versus the Broncos. This was a really good game. The Giants came out and they were beating the dog shit out of the Broncos. The Broncos were showing how ass their offense is. And that defense, man, they were doing everything they could, but they just could not withstand. But eventually, the offense woke up. They started clicking and started doing what they needed to do, and ended up winning the game at the very end of the game by 1 point, stunning the entire New York Giants and all of their fans. And you know what, man, as a Cowboys fan, I love to see it. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't need them thinking that they're about to be good. Like, the Giants don't need that yet. You guys got some talent in Dart and Scatterboo. Y'all will be eventually there, and y'all also got Neighbors who's hurt, but I don't want y'all feeling like y'all too good yet. You know what I'm saying? So this is good. This one of these losses like this is really good to just kind of like put you guys not back in y'all's place, but just take y'all's soul out and make y'all understand that like, oh shit, we still not really finna do shit this year. That's the feeling you guys need to have. That's exactly how the Giants need to feel, and all the Giants fans. Y'all need to feel like, dang, we got some talent, but we still not finna do shit this year. Moving on. This was one of those games that I was happy to actually get wrong. Like I said, if the Colts had ended up winning this game, I'd be happy. But I'm happy to see it because I'm happy for Indiana Jones and I'm happy for the Irsay sisters and what they are doing with this organization and how they have them as the number one team in the AFC and that they are going to go to the playoffs and they are going to win a playoff game this year. I'm saying that right now in week 7. The Indianapolis Colts are going to the playoffs and they are going to win a game in the playoffs. So they are going to at least the semifinals. Whether they then make it to the conference finals or not, hey, that's all in God's hands and in their hands. But as we sit right now, I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. The Chargers, they're still going to be okay. They're still going to be good. I'll tell you, they're pretty beat up. That's what's going on with the Chargers right now, while they're dealing with a lot of their crap. But they're going to get their shit together. Harbaugh's going to have them good. Herbie's going to continue the great season he's been having, and he's been proving to people on what he can do. They're going to continue that, so I'm not really worried about them. But like I said, I'm happy to have gotten this one wrong because shout out to the Indianapolis Colts and all of the people involved in that organization and with that city. Next, we had Green Bay versus the Cardinals. Green Bay was doing their job to almost lose this game, but they definitely pulled this game out of the end and still won it. So kudos to them. Don't really got much to say about that, just that I keep trying to tell you about Green Bay. It's like they're one of those teams that are up and down. Like they're a team that everybody is like, yeah, they're a good team and expect them to be good, but they play people that they shouldn't be playing like this to where they allow them to have hope. So that'll be something that you need to worry about with Green Bay come later. I'm not a Packers fan, so I don't care too much, but I'm just saying for the Packers fans, You guys need to worry about y'all's team come later on in the season. I'm trying to tell y'all because the way that they play and the way that they do shit is gonna come to bite y'all in the ass later on. And you guys, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna break your heart. Like that's what's gonna end up happening. They're probably gonna end up breaking y'all's heart at the end of the season. It's gonna be pretty tragic. But hey, and then moving on to another team that's used to breaking people's hearts. But hey, they didn't yesterday. The Dallas Cowboys beat the shit out of the Washington Commanders, which I told y'all they were going to do. And Dak was doing his thing, and everybody's looking like, dang, that's another game that Dak has thrown 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. It's like, yes, when you get a boy weapons and you allow him to do his thing, I'm trying to tell y'all, Dak Prescott is a top 7 quarterback in this league. People hate when I try to say that, but I'll ask you, name 7 quarterbacks better than him. And when you start doing that, they cannot. You could do about 4 quarterbacks, but after 4, we start getting the preference. And okay, so you could be like, you prefer Dak, but I'm like, I guess you could say that about me, but I'm just trying, not even just because he's my quarterback. I'm just actually talking realistically. If you list out all the different quarterbacks, I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be very hard for you to find 7 quarterbacks that you legitimately think are better than Dak Prescott and would take over Dak Prescott to lead your franchise. So put some motherfucking respect on Dakota Rain Prescott's name is all I'm saying. People are starting to. They're starting to talk about Dak for MVP, Dak for MVP. Hey, I don't know if I'm fully there yet or not. I just want him to. I want all the play that he's doing to continue on, resulting in wins. But the losses aren't on him. They are a lot. A lot of them are on the defense and the bullshit they be doing. So, hey, Dak Prescott, he doing his thing. The boys look good against a division rival, so we got another division win, and we got it against a team that is good and that had a better record than us in the NFC as well too. So it's a good team. People can't be like, oh man, y'all beat some bullshit. Y'all beat a tomato can. No, we beat a good team. So hey, we live to fight another week. You know what I'm saying? People can't talk as much shit about us as they would like to this week. I love to see that for the Cowboys. Finally, we had the Sunday night game. Now, this was a game I was not excited to get wrong. Like I was pretty pissed I got this one wrong, but not like I just love the Falcons or whatever like that, or just super hate the 49ers. It's just like, damn, I really thought I was gonna get that right, and I thought the 49ers were pretty done, but 49ers, man, do not count them out. They're one of those teams that, man, like they had a really good record, even though they were beat up and were injured through the majority of this season. They still had a good record. And now their guys are getting healthier. So it's just this little middle to end of season is going to look pretty bad for some teams. I don't know what their record, I don't know what their schedule looks like, who they're playing, but it wouldn't surprise me if San Francisco fucks around and goes on like another four or 5 game win streak randomly over the next few weeks because they're getting healthier. Their team is still look good, and it also, I'm telling you, wouldn't surprise me if when the playoffs come, they're one of the top 4 seeds. If they end up winning their division or something like that, it wouldn't surprise me because they started the season all very well, and they just keep racking up wins. They just keep racking up wins, even when people think that they're gonna lose, and that's what happened yesterday. Michael Penix. They tried like the Atlanta Falcons. They tried. They ran Bijan. They threw it to Pitts. They threw it to Drake London. They did all the shit that they could do yesterday. And Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers are like, nah, fuck all that. We win in this game. And that's what they did, man. Kudos to them, man. I like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I love seeing teams grind it out and take and you know what I'm saying, come out with victories, regardless of if I thought they were gonna do that or not. So it's always good. I just love football in general, so I do this for the love of the game. Don't nobody pay me to do none of this shit. So, hey, but that was our week 7 slate of Sunday games. Yet again, like I said, I went 7-5 for those games. So I am sitting at 7-6 for the week. I got to get these 2 games later on tonight right for the Monday night doubleheader in order to make sure I finish the week out strong. So we'll see what happens with that, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you guys did on y'all's picks. Let me know how excited you are for the doubleheader tonight on Monday. And we shall talk very soon, guys. Peace.